Good morning. It's still morning, so I can say good morning. I am Jamesia Jonay, the wealth creator, showing people how to use other people's money to pay their mortgage, create cash flow, generate generational wealth, and protect their assets, right? So last week, I love when I'm aligned, when there's alignment with certain things. I'm sitting here with my a little bougie sweatshirt on. Today I could just take it off at any time and throw on my suit jacket and look professional. But I love when I'm aligned, when there is alignment. So I posted last week, I believe it was, and I asked people did they know what a LIRP was. LIRP. Come in, say hello, like the video, love the video. Stick around for a while. Ask people, did they know what a LIRP was? LIRP. Some people asked, right? So one of the things that I want to say, and maybe some people Googled it, which is fine. You know, we as people have to get comfortable and be okay asking questions and understanding that we don't know what we don't know, right? We don't know what we don't know. And we also do not want to assume just because someone is a basketball star, football star, a superstar, movie star, etc., that is making money, that they really understand how money works, right? There's a post I found, I need to put it on. I'm going to mention this on my live. I posted, do you know how money works? Last week, and some people commented, and a gentleman slid in the inbox of one of my friends and said, I don't know what Jamesia is selling, but this is the money that I made. The ability to make money and understanding how money works are two different things, right? A fool and their money shall soon part. The ability to amass a large amount of money, whether it's through the lottery or whatever, does not mean one knows how money works, right? Vanderbilt died 100 years ago, left his fortune in a will to his children. It lasted 3 generations. Understanding how money works. We can teach our kids how to get to the money, how to hustle the money, how to make the money, but we really need to understand how money works, right? So when you come in, do me a favor, press the like video, press the love video, press the share video, press the like button, love button, share button, say hello, right? How you doing? The retirement plan that the wealthy some know about, that the average person does not. So I posted about LIRPs, LIRP, last week. Then yesterday, I asked this question, so I'm going to ask you all. And this was based on a 41-year-old woman, so it's just an example. If you could, starting this month, February 2021, put away $2,000 a month, if you could, $2,000 a month, $24,000 a year for the next 20 years, let's say 20 years, and guaranteed at the end of those 20 years, at year 21, from year 21 to year 61, so for the next 40 years, you're guaranteed to receive $45,000 a year. Would you do it, right? So some people said, yeah. One person said, no. They said, I can invest my money and get greater returns. So then I asked them, where can you invest your money and get a guaranteed return of 100% plus? They replied back, right, Where can you invest your money and get a guaranteed 100% plus return? Where? Right? So this morning, I follow I Am Cash on Instagram, and my Instagram name is Jamesia Jonay, as you see it. I follow I Am Cash on Instagram. He interviewed Kandi, and Kandi from Escape, Kandi from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I've seen Kandi talk about this wealth building tool, this retirement tool before, but she breaks it down on the interview with him, right? Some of y'all think just because, hi Terrence, how you doing? Hey Maurice. I promise you, I am not here to lead one person astray. I am here to lead myself to the promised land that is flowing with milk and honey, and as many people that will go with me. I have no gimmick, no scam, no scheme. This is something that has been around for over 2,000 years that people have been using, right? But I need people to open their minds and just think a little bit, right?
First time I heard you talk about life insurance as a wealth building tool. That's the other thing, right? Because I think that a lot of times when people talk about life insurance, they talk about life insurance in a, just to cover burial. But I've heard you talk about it in a way that could potentially help build wealth. At what point did you understand all of the different financial instruments that could actually help you not only, maintain your wealth that you have, but also continue to build it?
There are so many different ways that you can secure your wealth and build your wealth for generations. And too many different ways for us to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If we're going to talk about life insurance specifically, there are different things I have to say about life insurance policies. So for one, I would talk about it in an investment sense. So when I was 26 and I was about to have my daughter, I was trying to, of course I was like stressed. I was like, okay, I need to invest in my daughter. I need to figure things out, blah, 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 And so that was when I was introduced to, of course, I wanted to do a life insurance policy. So just in case something had happened to me during birth, she would be okay. But then they told me about, okay, it's not only just in case something happens to you during birth, but this is an investment policy. So as it's a investment life insurance policy, so you can invest into it. So as you get older, if you need to retire, you can pull out tax-free later on in life. So that was important to me because, obviously in the entertainment industry, sometimes, we making a lot of money when we're young, but then later on in life, you ain't popping like you used to, right. And the money ain't coming in the same. So you got to figure out like, okay, well, what I'm going to do when I get older, because everybody is not, everybody didn't set up their 401k or whatever they were setting up, when they had their regular jobs. If you don't have a regular job, you may not be thinking the same.
Yes.
So I was like, okay. So they asked me all these questions like, okay, well, when do you think you want to retire? At that time, I thought, I want to retire at 40.
Right.
So, I'm 44 now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Just to tell you. So anyway, so I was like, I'm going to retire at 40. So they was like, okay. And what do you think? How much money you think you'll need a year? I was like, I think I'll need like $250,000 a year. That'd be good. And they was like, okay. So they told me how much money I need to put in it a year to be able to take out $250,000 a year starting at 40 until I would be 99, $250,000 tax-free until I turned like 99 years old. Yeah. Now, mind you, that money would be protected. So it's like, so say for instance, let's say you come into, or let's say you balling, okay, and you get this life insurance policy or whatever, and let's say somebody sues you, or let's say we'll use OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
Everybody knows OJ Simpson got sued or whatever, and they won all this money from him, but somehow he's still able to live and he's maintained, because from what I was told, most of his money was in life insurance or whatever. And so you can't take money from somebody's life insurance policy. Yeah. So he's able to still live off the money that he's able to pull out of his life insurance every year. Yeah. So even though he's living, he's still able to pull that money out, I guess, annually.
That's a bar right there.
You get what I'm saying?
That's a major gem.
For people who are making money, it's a good idea or a good tool for you to look at, because obviously when you make money, people are always trying to sue you, trying to get you. And there, you need to figure out ways to protect your money. So that's one way to look at it. Now, for people who don't have no money, a friend of mine told me one day, they said that they had a homegirl who had took life insurance policies out on all of her close friends, like 5 of them. Yeah. And as they all got older, people start dying off one by one. Yeah. And before you know it, she was a millionaire from the life insurance policies that she had taken out on friends. So let's just say you're in your 20s right now, right? And each of your friends, you had got a $200,000 life insurance policy on. Now, when you're in your 20s, those life insurance policies are not that much. Right. For a couple $100,000, you know, you'd be surprised it's not as much money because you're in your 20s. For sure. So you paying on it, you know, and then you never stop paying on it now. And then you pay on it. And then, Lord forbid, one of your friends died in a car accident. Lord forbid, boom, you got $250,000. Right. Now, that may sound really sad for you to benefit off of your friend's death, but let's think about how many of our friends out here did not have any life insurance and we having to get a GoFundMe to bury them. Well, not only were you able to get money for yourself, but you was able to bury your friend. You was able to put some money aside for your friend's child's college fund and some other things, and money for yourself. So we got to think of things differently, because the thing that a lot of Black people don't do, a lot of white people are doing. A lot of white people are doing life insurance policies. And that's how they all getting rich when their family members die. Yeah. You know what I mean? We, on the other hand, unfortunately, a lot of us are having GoFundMes but when we lose family members. And that's a sad thing. And so we might need to think about things differently. So that's why
because we're all going to die. Right.
Everybody's gonna go at some point. Yeah. We don't like to think about it, but we should. And the best time to think about it is when you're 20 something, when you don't want to think about it because it's cheap then. Right. So get it when you're young, when you're kids, when they teenagers, when they 20 something, when they super young, because it's cheap, and then you keep on paying it. And then unfortunately, if something happened and then everything is taken care of, and then you're gonna have some money. It's so sad to say, but people get rich like that. Right. So why Black people can't start getting rich like that?
Right. I mean, and like you gave me way more than like, that's a bar, right? Because what people don't realize is, again, we're all going to die regardless. And I know, you know, I was a wealth manager before, and that was actually a strategy that every single person in the family got life insurance. The beneficiary was actually a trust, right? And so now, every time somebody in the family died, the money went to a trust account. And then now the trust had rules. It's an irrevocable trust. And so when people from the family wanted to borrow money, they went to the trust. And then over and over and over again, that family will never have to deal with poverty at all. And it's helping to, you know, build that family trust. And so
I like that idea too. I never thought about that.
See,
now build a family irrevocable trust and put everybody in life insurance. I might try that.
Look.
That is an idea.
When you heard it first, inside the vault.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's a good one because then it take care of everybody.
Right. And the good thing about putting it in an irrevocable trust is that literally every time somebody dies, it's not like somebody could say, you know what, forget it. I want to take this money. No, the irrevocable trust now has rules, right? And so whoever's the administrator says, this is the rules.
Yeah, and even if they get divorced and nobody can come and get it from them.
Exactly.
So you ain't got to worry about, baby's girlfriend came and took the money from him, or his wife took it, and nobody can take it from the family. It stays in the family.
Exactly. And what happens when you do it that way as well is that because you set certain rules up, now, you know, you could use it as the family bank. You don't have to go to a financial institution. You could go to the trust to borrow money to start the business, and the money continues to go by. And then you put life insurance on every single person in the family. And so, definitely a wealth tool. And so speaking of family, to watch the full episode, go to the Earn Your Leisure YouTube channel or subscribe to Inside the Vault with Ash Cash on all podcast outlets.
Kandi, at 26 years old, finds out that she's pregnant with her now daughter, Riley, right? She finds out that she's pregnant. Her first thought is protecting her kid, thinking about her kid, doing what she needs to do for her kid, right? So she decides to get life insurance. Life insurance. I'm going to preach life insurance until I'm blue in the face, right? So she decides to get life insurance. So she goes and sits down with a professional. In her mind, she's thinking about, what do you think about when you think about the words life insurance? What do you think about? If somebody is watching and they can comment, first thing that comes to mind when you think about life insurance. Somebody, anybody. I'm going to take a little sip of my water and see if somebody tells me what's the first thing that comes to mind. What was she thinking about being pregnant and deciding to get life insurance? What was on her mind? Y'all, every time I look at my hair, I'm gonna give people a moment and look at my edges, I think about the Gorilla Glue girl. I don't even put edge control on my hair. And I'm like, you put Gorilla Glue in your head? Y'all see that gray hair telling all my business. Maurice said death. Exactly, right? So Kandi, and I applied Kandi because she was thinking about some stuff that I wasn't thinking about, although I had life insurance when I was pregnant with my son and had him. Her first thought was, if I don't make it giving birth, if I pass away giving birth, I want to make sure my kid is okay. So she was thinking about death. I want to make sure my unborn child is okay, right? So she was thinking about death when she first went to sit down and have the conversation about life insurance. This interview can be found on my Instagram page. My Instagram handle is Janicia Jonay. So she's thinking about death. She sits down with this professional, and the professional is like, life insurance is so much more than a death benefit. Like, no, it's a wealth building tool, right? So then they asked her, at what age let me show you. At what age do you want to retire? And at 26, she told them she wanted to retire at 40. And they said, about how much, what do you want to bring in annually at retirement? We're talking about a life insurance policy. Now, in the video, Kandi uses the word investment. I will never use the word investment. It is a life insurance policy, but life insurance policies do some sexy shit. You hear me? Some sexy stuff, right? So this multi-millionaire Grammy Award winning woman, at that time, she's 26. She's a multi-millionaire now. At that time, she's 26. She tells them $250,000 annually. Once she turns 40, she wants this policy to pay her out for retirement. Life insurance retirement plan, right? The average 401k has $195,000 in it at retirement for a 60-year-old or a 70-year-old. But this 26-year-old woman has sat down with a professional and told them to show me when I turn age 40 how I can get $250,000 a year for 40-something years. And that's what they did. They structured a life insurance policy for her to not only protect her in case she dies, but they also structured it so it could pay her out for retirement. Life insurance is one of the most affordable ways to generate and leave wealth to the next generation. And I'm a real estate professional wholeheartedly saying this, because oftentimes the next generation loses grandmama's house, or they want to sell grandmama's house, or grandmama or granddaddy, they pass away, they had debt, they only left a will, they didn't have a trust, it gets wrapped up in probate, and the probate court and the lawyer fees, now they got to sell the house to pay that off, right? So then Kandi mentioned OJ Simpson because I guess he's been sued and all of these different types of things, but he's still living well. Well, OJ Simpson had life insurance. So when he got sued, what they could not touch was the money in his life insurance policy. What? So when people are, Donald Trump, where your money at? Donald Trump got on TV and said, my money the same place y'all money. Y'all want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? Come on, let's talk about it. You know, I'm seeing people like, oh, black people getting in the stock market, so they want to keep black people from the stock market. I'm not against anything. I have Dogecoin, however you pronounce it. I got a Robinhood account. I got a Stockpile account. I got a TD Ameritrade account. That's not what I'm saying. We be missing the wealth building boats. Missing it. Because someone told you, just buy term and invest the difference. I'm not against any, it's nothing is ever a one size fit all. But when I tell you, so life insurance, right? So just yesterday, I posted. So I did something for kicks and giggles. This one I did because I was trying to pull money out of the policy. And I did. So what I did was, let's say someone had a kid in January. Hey, Brian Morton, thank you so much. Easiest way to build wealth, buy wealth until you can build it. Buy it until you can build it, right? So when I can't wait to have grandkids, but so you're not supposed to get more life insurance on your children than you have on yourself, right? But one thing that wealthy people do, so let's say you got a grandma with some money, you're the auntie with some money. One of the best things that you could do for your nieces, your nephews, your grandchildren is get them a considerable life insurance policy. Now, usually a parent has to have, so if I get $1 million on my kid, I should have $1 million on myself, right? They don't want people killing their kids for the life insurance policies. People do strange things out here, right? So I'm looking, and this is, when I talk about this, so life insurance can be used as a retirement plan. Life insurance can be used in place of a 529. I'm not a financial advisor. I am only a life insurance agent, right? I'm not here to give anybody financial advice. If you want to have a consultation with me, we can sit down and discuss the products and services of some of the organizations that I market for and what they could potentially do for you. So someone has a kid, and it can be as little as $300 a month. And some people say, well, Jamesia, this may not be affordable for all. That's fine. Doesn't have to be $1 million policy. This is just for example purposes, okay? Flow with me. So I had this kid in January 2021. I've watched Jamesia's video. I've researched. I went on Instagram. I looked to see what I Am Casha said. I had this baby. I want to set my child up for wealth, right? I have the means and ability. So I get this $1 million life insurance policy. And the reason why the premium is $500 a month is because I'm going to pull money out, right? But here's the thing. So what I'm looking at year 1 through 6, so year 1 through 5, they ended up paying $6,000 a year for a policy for this kid. Year 6, they only pay $1,781 because the policy is probably overfunding. Year 7 through 10, they pay nothing. Year 11, they pay $1,000. Year 12 through 17, they pay about $3,000, which is only what, like $250 a month, right? When this child turns 18, there's enough money in the policy, the way that I did this example. So this is $1 million in death benefits. So let me go back. Newborn baby, a baby born in January. I looked to see what a retirement plan would look like, structured, right? So this is a $1 million life insurance policy that, God forbid, if the child passes away, the policy would pay out the $1 million. That's one. 2, God forbid the kid gets ill or injured, this policy will pay out a living benefit. There are children who have been diagnosed with cancer and other diseases, and medical debt can destroy a family, right? Can destroy a family. So this policy is also going to take care of that. So at 18, this family pulls out $25,000 for this kid. Why do they pull out $25,000 for the kid? They pull out $25,000 for the kid because they're going to go invest in real estate. They're going to go and put down money on a multi-unit property for this 18-year-old that they're going to put into a trust, right? Then, when this individual turns 40, they'll be able to take out another $50,000 out of this policy, right? And then when this individual, the way I had it set up, turns 55, this policy would pay them $50,000 a year until they turned 108 years old, right? So it's going to pay them $50,000 a year for 53 years. And they still have a death benefit up until age 108, right? So they had a death benefit, they had living benefits, and a retirement plan in one package in a life insurance policy. And they had money to invest or to start a business because they were able to automatically withdraw $75,000 by the time they were 40 years old. Right? Life insurance is a game changer. I am in the business that I'm in because I'm learning how money works. I'm under leadership. I'm understanding the importance of accountability. We could be selling, as my mentor Rashada says, we could be selling Snicker bars, rubber bands, paper clips. It's about the business and the systems of the business. But life insurance just happens to be super sexy. So the retirement vehicle that the wealthy know about that the average man doesn't, that the average man is not being taught, told, or introduced to, is how life insurance can be a retirement plan and so much more. That's why I'm in the business that I'm in. I haven't sold anything since I've been in this business because it speaks for itself. You're gonna die, you need life insurance, period. But outside of that, there are other benefits to life insurance for those who are savvy enough, mind open enough, right? But it's like nobody has to sell us certain things. Nobody has to sell you water. You know that you need water to live. Nobody has to sell you on getting electricity in your home because you want electricity. You want plumbing. You want heat, right? So I don't sell life insurance. I've never sold a life insurance policy. I educate people on the power of life insurance. And then for those who are more financially sound and savvy, we start talking about how money works. Life insurance is the only tool where you can turn a little bit into a lot of it, guaranteed. Right? And the guarantee is this. So one of our clients out in California, my business partner's clients, he paid a lump sum. He turned $2 million into $25 million in one day. Right? So when that man's life insurance policy was approved, when he passes away, the $2 million that he has now turns into $25 million to his heirs. You can turn one of my business partner's clients. The man paid $27 a month for 13 months. Let's round it up to 30 because I like easy math. So $390 he paid into a life insurance policy. The man had a heart attack. The life insurance company cut him a check for $84,000 in the form of his living benefit. LERP is the word. I don't know where my book is. There's a great book called The Power of Zero by David McKnight. It talks about the life insurance retirement plan, or the LERP. He also talks about 401ks, IRAs, all of those different things that can be a part of your strategy. But please understand that life insurance is a tax-free vehicle. Roth IRAs are as well. Life insurance is a tax-free vehicle that if somebody sued you, they can't come after your money that's in your policy. Now, not necessarily if you married and get divorced, that's a little different, but for everything else. So, life insurance, I want you to take away from this video? One, life insurance is more than a death benefit. Two, started with using the example of Kandi. It's on my Instagram page. She was interviewed. She was educated at the age of 26 on how life insurance is more than death. It is a wealth building tool that can also be used as a retirement plan, part of our retirement strategy, right? So that's number one. Number one is life insurance is more than death. Two, life insurance can be used as a wealth building strategy. And three, yes, life insurance is something that wealthy people, millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires have and utilize, because the name of the game is always going to be other people's money. Gave an example where a multimillionaire turned $2 million into $25 million with a life insurance policy. Who wouldn't want to do that? Guaranteed money. Over 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 8, not 1,000% return. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And tax free, right? So if you're watching this, you're interested, you want to learn more, you want to have a consultation, you may be on a $20 a month budget, $50 a month budget, $100 a month budget, $25 a month budget, I don't know. Life insurance is a need. It's about more than death. There are so many things that can be done with it, right? You want to have that conversation, that consultation. My website is in my bio. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to add my website to the title of this. And if you are passionate about the community and you feel like this information needs to get out to the masses, I would love for you to consider partnering with me in business. The only way that our people are going to get this information is if more of our people say, I'm going to learn it firsthand and I'm going to share it with people in my community and I'm going to profit prosperously while doing it. Yes, I definitely make money doing this, okay? Ain't nothing free but salvation and air in this world. So I am Janicia Jonay. Like this video, love the video, share the video. I am the wealth creator. I show people how to use other people's money to pay their mortgage, create cash flow, generate generational wealth, and protect their assets. Like, love, share. Have an amazing day. Comment, connect with me, reach out to me. Let's partner up and work together.